Hello again everybody. In this lesson we're going to be looking at masking the image and changing the background so we have something a bit more interesting than just a flat color going on. Plus the color could be a little bit nicer. So first, to get sort of a clean, we could say, cut of everything, let's just copy merged and paste to a new layer. So now we have the entire image here, and we're going to go up into the quick selection tool and just select everything of her, and click mask. Now under that, because right now if we work on the mask we can't really see quite what we're doing, so we're going to make a new layer and choose the color that we want for the background. Now this one actually isn't all too bad, but something like this would be good, maybe a bit more matte. Bit dark. I'm sorry, I'm very indecisive on these things. And go up on our mask here, go into mask edge, let Photoshop think for a bit. We are getting to having a lot of layers here if you hadn't noticed. Turn on smart radius and bump it up a bit, maybe to around 20 pixels. And should also have contrast and just a little bit of smooth. And that actually leaves us with a very nice cutout of it here. And we can now call this main front. And we'll call this background color 1. Above this, let's add a gradient. So go into adjustment layers and add a gradient map. And let's see what would be interesting here. Or not a gradient map, I'm sorry, it's just a gradient. We'll say okay and quickly delete our gradient map. And in our gradient fill, we want it to go from top to bottom. And just make it a bit more, maybe add in a bit of an extra blue to warm it up a bit towards the bottom. And we want to stretch this out here so it starts a bit earlier. Like that. It's pretty good. Click OK to that. We'll call that background color gradient fill. And next, we also want to add a bit of a vignette-y sort of feeling to the background. So go in and add another gradient, but instead of linear, choose radial and choose reverse. And then we'll go in and just take this, but choose a black. We'll want to push it back a bit. And up here, ironically, yes, you can go bigger than 100%. So go up to 150 and click OK. And lower the opacity to so. And this has now become a much more interesting background, and we'll just rename our gradient layer here to background color vignette. And that background just got a whole lot more interesting than this. Now one thing that I do like is having a bit of shadow behind her, but since we're going to be adding some floral elements pretty soon, that won't be needed. Otherwise I would probably add a new layer and just to quickly demonstrate, have a slight sort of background, background behind her, just so it, not that strong obviously, but just so she fit in a bit more. But luckily that won't be necessary this time around. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson.